the topic of this is relapsing. Also, migraines, seizures, and more. I don't really talk about all of this that often, but thought I would share it and open up this part of my life with you all. So yeah, let's go. Starting from the very beginning, it was started with migraines. So sophomore in high school, I started having migraines every day, all day, and was hospitalized because the pain was so bad and XYZ. So saw multiple doctors, did multiple tests, tried multiple medications, all the 9 yards, and was only told it was chronic complex migraines. And then fast forward to sophomore in college. Actually, I remember the exact day. I was a cheerleader in college, living that life, collegiate cheerleader, living college life, like just loving it all, right? One morning, I was up getting ready to go to a cheer competition exhibition performance, and I was getting ready in my room, and all of a sudden something happened, and I was out of it, came out of it, and realized I had a seizure by myself in my room. And thankfully my roommate was home, so I went over to her room and kind of told her what had happened. Obviously I didn't really know what had happened, but could put the pieces together and realized I had a seizure. So I went about my day though, normally. Pretty sure I still did my performance and everything. Continued cheering XYZ for the season. Obviously then started seeing more doctors, tried to figure out what was going on. I kept having seizures. And then the seizures developed into then stroke symptoms as well at the same time. So when these episodes would happen, I would lose feeling on one side of my body, would leave half of my face limp, or my arms would be numb, my legs would be numb, all of this. And we couldn't figure out what was going on. I then was hospitalized actually again on my 21st birthday, doing tons of tests. They wanted to try to catch an episode on the charts. So I was hooked up to tons of things, but if I'm laying down relaxing, doing absolutely nothing, oftentimes nothing would happen. It was more so when I was up doing things, flipping around, being upside down and everything. We could never really pinpoint what caused them, but at that time of my life, it just happened to coincide with being super active and being upside down and blood rushing to my head and everything like that. So then I ended up seeing another doctor, and she actually diagnosed me with POTS, which is postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome. Don't quiz me on it. I still to this day don't really know much about it. I was never really treated for it at the time. I was just kind of said, you have this. You can no longer cheer anymore. And so I had to hang up my jersey. And yeah, I would do stuff here and there. I would kind of test my limits. But it definitely started altering my life. I still had migraines all the time, was having these seizure and stroke episodes. It was definitely super heavy. Ended up, it continued until I even, moved here to Minnesota, and they still happened here, which I wasn't cheering here, right? I was not really active or anything, just working, living the adult life. Stuff was still happening. So it was just weird, they transferred all my stuff actually to the Mayo here in Minnesota, to try to get other doctors to view my case. I was on multiple case studies over the years. We could never figure anything out. I kind of hit a point where I just kind of lost hope. I didn't see a reason in seeing any more doctors. I didn't see a reason in continuing any case studies or doing any more tests. I was just kind of like over it. I had done so much. I've done so much medication. I've done, like I said, so many tests. I've tried so many different things. I've, did Botox specifically for migraines and pressure points and everything. And nothing really was like curing or giving me answers. So kind of just gave up on a lot of that and lived my life. I had my last seizure November 1st of 2019. And then a couple months later, I had gotten pregnant with my first child. And coincidentally, don't know, again, pinpointing what causes any of this or whatever, but coincidentally, when I am pregnant or newly postpartum, my migraines kind of subside. I have occasional headaches here and there, but like my episodes went away. I would sometimes have like hand tremors or anything, but for the most part, everything kind of just like disappeared, which I was like, this is fantastic. This is like God answered prayers. Every day, I don't want to say like every day I was holding my breath for something to happen. But I mean, I definitely was, but I was so thankful that like nothing was occurring, and that things just like got better. So, super grateful, thanking God for that every single day. Cheers. But then actually, recently, I had my son, my third child, about 15 months ago. I actually, though, so I'm still in postpartum, but a couple months back, I started getting my migraines again, like every day, super bad, almost like dysfunctional headaches. I've been one though, when I have a migraine, I don't ever, like, it doesn't ever just like take me out. Like I'm never one to just lay in bed all day and sit with the pain. Like laying in bed does not help me. Like I'm more so like, I still need to get up and function. Like I was taking migraine Excedrin all the time, but one of my case studies was that you can be addicted to it. So I was highly addicted to migraine Excedrin. So I do not take that anymore, but I do take Tylenol occasionally, but I actually try to steer away from all medicine and do like natural things. So I'll like take my oil, I'll do my ice baths, put my like feet in hot water, all the remedies. I'll do all that just to function, especially now being a stay-at-home mom with 3 kids. I don't have time to like let things get in my way. And that's just also not embedded in my personality. So that took me for a whirl when my migraines started occurring again, but like, whatever, it's a migraine, I can handle it, right? But then actually, a couple days ago, what was it? November 30th, I relapsed and I had another seizure. Not to get emotional, because I don't get emotional, but it's definitely heavy on my heart, heavy on my mind, my soul, everything. So I'm like, why? Why is it happening again, right? So that happened November 30th. Today, I think, is December 2nd. So 2 days ago in the evening, it's not like I was flipping around or anything. I wasn't doing anything. But I always know when it happens. So I knew it was going to happen. But I tried to stay busy and kept my mind off of it until I was like, okay, I need to face this head on and get prepared because it's coming. So I told my significant other that it was going to happen sometime soon. So we just prepared for it. I let it happen, and that was that. Obviously I'm like 2 days out of it and I feel fine, other than like still super shaky from it all. I actually had, I lost feeling in the left side of my face and my left arm, and it took a a few hours actually to get like my feeling back in my arm and in my face. And like I'm fine now. I can move and everything. But yeah, so I'm, you know, that's my journey. I take it with a grain of salt. It is what it is. Obviously I'm in a different phase of life now than I was back in the day when they started, and two, when they had ended. Obviously when they started, I was a young college student, living a super different life than when I moved here. I was working 3 jobs and just on the go all the time, versus now, I'm a stay-at-home mom, and I have 3 little kids that depend on me to show up unconditionally every single day. I have a partner who depends on me. So yeah, now I'm here, holding my breath even more so now than I was prior. Just hoping and praying that it doesn't happen again. Obviously we had a plan of action if it were to occur when I was with kids. But luckily we've never had to use that. But now we had to like have a sit down and be like, okay, so what happens if it happens again when I'm home alone with the kids? So it's just like weird conversations to have now. A lot of mind fucks going on. But yeah, you know, life throws curveballs at you when you get too comfortable or when you least expect it. I believe that there's a reason for everything, and God gives certain struggles to people who need them for some odd reason. Do we ever know what those reasons are? No. Will we? Probably not. But I just hold that within me, knowing that like there's a purpose here, and I take on and I handle anything that's like thrown my way. So I'm taking this on, but yeah, that's that. I don't really know why. Like I'm just like sharing just to share, you know. I feel like I've mentioned the migraines before. I have not ever, I don't believe, shared the seizures or strokes. I keep that very secretive to my heart, to me. Not many people know about that side of my life, but here it is, you know. I want to be vulnerable and honest and raw with everyone all the time, because I feel that there's something that someone can learn from you in anything, you know. Like, I don't know, I'm just rambling now. But yeah, so that's that. Wanted to share that with you guys. Yeah. Am I scared? No. Am I worried? No. You know, do I have my concerns? Yeah. But it's not gonna like shift me. It's not gonna like pull my feet from out of underneath me. Like, I'm still gonna stand tall, keep my head held high, and like keep it pushing, you know. But yeah, that's just me. So let's just pray and hope that this was just a fluke thing. And yeah, we just keep going, you know. We keep going. That's what moms do. That's what parents do. That's what people do, right? When life throws you curveballs, you grab it tough and you throw it right back. Like, don't let it knock you over. All right, enough of those weird little, what are those things? Not anagrams, but I don't know, you know, where it's like you say a little story that like relates to something else. I don't know, but whatever it is, we're gonna keep it at that, and I'm gonna say goodnight. All right, cheers, have a good night.